there's a lot of challenges that come with it. Man, it's you having vision to build something. Is you having a dream, a goal to build something, and you see it through, and it's you counting success along with losses, right? Uh, and watch this. Being an entrepreneur, you'll learn that there's a lot more losses than successes, right? But those successes so big that it overshadows every loss, right? But you can't separate the two. They come together. That's what it's been about. It's on Monday. You get a big grant. You get a big contract, man. You woo on Tuesday. You dry. Like I'm gonna tell you, it ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak. There are countless people out there that has, man, started a business, a journey, a mission, a nonprofit, whatever, a book, man, and they just didn't finish because that work is for real. That work is for real, man. You gotta have some for real depth in yourself to see things through. Like for real, for real. Like it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak, man. It's one of the things I would suggest. It's like I learned this through trial and error, right? Now build structure, and build structure around the thing that you want to see through, the business that you want to see through. Build structure around it. Some of the structure needs to be built before you even start the actual work. Now, me, I'm a firm believer in building the plane while it's in the air. That works for me, right? But that don't work for everybody, right? That don't work for everybody. So my suggestion is like build a structure like, man, minimize all of the oops that you can on the front end, right? I would remember one of my mentors told me one time, and he said, bro, you ain't got time for oops. When he said it, I was like, mm, mm, mm. That was good. You ain't got time for oops. But in actuality, when you started from something from scratch, guess what? It's gonna be some oops. But guess what? Minimize the oops on the front end, as many of them as possible. Whatever that looks like for you. Man, you cannot service what you do not measure is another saying of his, but we got to build infrastructure around wherever you're crafting, whatever it is that you're building, right? And me, like I said, I'm one. My wife will tell y'all, like, I'm one to like, man, wake up in the morning, 10 o'clock, I got this idea, 10 p.m., I got a flyer for it. I don't have a, like, but like she's completely opposite of that, right? She's logistics, she's details, man. I am, man, let's fly this plane. Man, we fly the plane, we get the plane going, and she be like, bro, you forgot to put some restrooms in this job? Like, let me throw some rope down there. Hey, bring some, like, is for me, like I said, it worked for me. It's a plump, pleasing pleasure to, man, build things, see things through. And I just want people to see things through, man. Like, if you're gonna take that road, no, that joint ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak. If you got security, man, in your job, in your careers, and you wanna launch, man, you wanna stretch out, man, and you wanna go out there on faith, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna say, let's go. But I am gonna tell you, it ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak. How do I handle setbacks? Woo. Man, I done had so many setbacks in my life. Uh, man, there's a laundry list of them. Uh, I will start with one, man. I say the most recent one. Then, like, not setback as in let down, right? I was fortunate to serve in a capacity uh, as music director, entertainment director, man, for a company, and man, it was amazing, like amazing journey, man. That ride was man, a dope ride, right? And to every great thing, there's a great ending, right, man? Sometimes we just don't know. We just don't know when the ending is, or we know an ending has come, and we stay way past our welcome stay and way past our man knowing that we should go ahead dip. So it's a letdown for sure. But man, the thing I relied on is myself. And one of the things for sure, let me tell you this. If you don't ever place a work and a value on yourself and you leave it up to somebody else to do it, man, guess what? Man, you ain't worth a bag of pennies. Tell you that now. Regardless of how people pump you up, gas your head up, regardless of how they, man, cheer you on when you like working according to their agenda. But man, if you don't put no value on yourself, like I guarantee you, like man, you put your value in somebody else's hand, bro, you're gonna be let down for sure. You're gonna be let down for sure. So I started to value myself, and that was a series of things that had happened and transpired. But like the more and more I put value on myself, the more and more I prioritize myself. Man, guess what? Like the more and more, like man, I was being, for lack of better words, man, the more and more I was not appreciated, right? But at one point, I was highly appreciated when I was on someone else's agenda. But now that I got my own, I prioritize myself, my own family, my own vision, my own goal. Now, like, there has to be like a picture, and the setback was not even financial. Like, it was actually a promotion on the financial end to like, man, uh, to be separated from that situation. But the setback was like, man, it was the disappointment, man, of the fact that I placed my loyalty into something that, like, man, at the end of the day, weren't really loyal to me. Like, and that was an emotional setback, man. That was the most recent one, but I was able to bounce back pretty fast because I had already prepared for it, right? Like I said, I've been through, man, I done been through so much stuff. This is literally not the toughest or the roughest transition that I've been through in life. I'm gonna tell you something, man. The last since 2023, but I had a situation that I was in for 9 years. Uh, man, working. It was a job, man. I was a salary employee. Man, I really loved the work that we did, man. 2023. Get what, man? That just ended, right? That just ended, man. That was a setback. That was a for real financial setback. That was crazy, man. As a man to who loves taking care of his family to, man, lose his primary source of income. Uh, man, and I have been with the company for a long time, man. At that point, and that was 2023, man. My wife was pregnant. Uh, man, like it was a crazy experience, man. We was at our baby was born literally a month later. Like that was September 22nd, 2023, and our baby was born October 31st, 2023, right? Uh, and then 2024, the next company that I've been with, man, uh, just shorter than my primary company, the one I was just talking about, man, that like ended up having to let that go for sure. So like it was like, man, my salary position with this, man, amazing company that I have to let go in 2023, man. That means all my insurance and all those things, and man, they definitely, man, they were gone, right? And then 2024, I had to make my side hustle like one of the main hustles. It was not the main hustle for sure, but that was my side hustle. I had to make it one of my main hustles. And in 2024, I had to let that go. And man, it was like, okay, like, you know what? Take this as a sign that God is ultimately positioning you for you to, man, eat, sleep, bank off of you. Like, if other people are doing it, and other people have been doing it for a long time, like, time for you to eat and bank off of yourself, off your gifting. Build your own brand, man. Build your own stuff. Do your own thing. And like, you can't put the fate of your existence in business in the hands of somebody else. So that's kind of where I am right now. That's how I handle a setback. I said one, but I gave you two, right? So I was disappointed. I dealt with the raw emotions, the human emotions that came with all those setbacks, those two setbacks. But the flip side of it, man, it built me stronger. It gave me more passion. It gave me more behind my own personal thing. I'm like, man, if I could do this for this, surely it's gonna be more potent if I do it for myself. So find that balance, and for me, that balance was, man, centering myself and making myself the center of my attention again, making my family the center of my attention again. We could dive deeper into that, man. We could unpack that another time for sure. But that's how I handle that for sure. What do I want the viewers and the listeners to uh, leave with after this, man? It's pretty self-explanatory what I want you to remember and think on. I want you to make moves that count, right? And what that means is, it means that no matter what you're faced with, don't stop, don't quit. Uh, I give you 2021. I've been sharing that story lately because that's kind of been the forefront. First, I've been going through counseling, man. I've been through, man, some really really extensive series of counseling, and man, it's placing me like this. It's taking me and doing me like that, right? And I've been on this journey of inner healing, right? 2021, like I said earlier, we have an angel. My wife and I buried a baby, and man, that whole experience was very traumatic. That whole experience, literally, like, man, man, freaks, man, like, freaks me out. Like, it was crazy, y'all. And man, if you following me, if you follow me and you know the story, you follow my wife, you may know the story. But it was crazy. That same year, man, I lost 3 uncles and a very close friend. And then a year after that, man, it was like losing close friends, man. I'm talking about very close friends. Like, it's no, it was, man, crazy. Like, and I kept going forward, right, man, because you talk to keep pushing, man. Listen, when life smack you dead in the face, I ain't gonna tell you keep pushing. I'm gonna tell you deal with it and push on. Like, whatever it takes, man. Listen, trauma comes in all kind of shape, forms, and fashions, right? Grief don't have, man. Grief. Nobody's exempt from it, right? Nobody is exempt from it. I tell you, deal with it, then push on. Because if you deal with it, if you get the proper help that's needed, and that's kind of like, here it is, 2025, and I'm getting help from trauma and grief that I endured, or that I, man, stumbled on, that life dumped itself on me in 2021. But guess what? The fact that I'm dealing with it, I'm able to push on, not just keep pushing. Man, sometimes we can keep pushing and we keep putting that stuff to the back burner, bro. That stuff will break us all the way down, man. So that's what I want y'all to remember. Like, man, deal with those traumas. Deal with that grief. Deal with that setback. Deal with that disappointment. Deal with it. Get professional help. Whatever it looks like for you. It may be spiritual. It may be, man, like psychological, whatever kind of help we need, man. Get it, man. So you can be whole, man. So you can be, we can keep making moves that count. The moves that you make, they won't count if we broke down and can't enjoy them. So deal with those things, man. Deal with them. That's what I want y'all to think about. Make moves that count. Deal with the things that, man, deal with the things for sure.